This is TLC versus Yeah We Lost. TLC is considered the best team in Americas after they won the preseason Ignite tournament, and Yeah We Lost is considered a bit of an off-the-wall team. They play a couple strange comps, and I'm going to show both of these teams played strange in week 1 of America's Stage 1. This is the first game for each. This is map 1 on Hydra base. You see Veswa is playing strange and Kendric is playing strange. So I'm going to take you through this game and show you some things that they do that you might be able to replicate in your games. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is I want you to see where Veswa and Kendric put their portal. They both portal at the same spot, right here. This is Veswa's portal, this is Kendric's portal, and here I want you to see what the difference is between these two portals, because at first it just looks like they put them in the same spot and there's chaos everywhere, but the difference is that Kendric places his portal on the ground and Veswa puts his portal in the air. So why Kendrick's is better is it allows his strategists to play back in the spawn and still see out of the portal. They can play in cover, they can come out at their leisure, while everybody on TLC is out of the portal. They can't go back in the portal. They can't go back for cover. They can't go back for healing. And this chaos, which Yeah We Lost is comfortable with, combined with the fact that their strategists can play in their spawn, allows them to win this fight here. So we see Yeah We Lost cap the point after winning the fight. And then they go on the defense. So something here that most of you will probably already do, but what Kendric is doing here for people who might not know is that he is shielding in between each of one of his attacks. And that is something that is called animation canceling. Strange does not lose fire rate for putting up a shield in between attacks. So it allows him to kind of catch any kind of stray fire that's coming at his team while keeping his fire rate the same. Alright, so this is the third fight. TLC had taken back the point. They pushed him back, but it wasn't a full wipe, so Yeah We Lost is going to go in here with their Loki copying Gambit ult. And what Kendric does here is he floats up, he goes 1,000,000 miles an hour in strange ults. So that's something that you can do in your games if you have Gambit ult, or even just do the float cancel where you get some momentum and then cancel your float to fly. You saw that Kendric went 1,000,000 miles an hour. He went all the way across point and ulted. He didn't get anyone on TLC. Kudos to TLC for being ready for it. But in your ranked games, or even in some pro matches, they're not going to be ready for this, and you will get people. What I do want to see here is Veswa. They're in the middle of a brawl now, so you can see that Veswa, there's just chaos going around in this Invis ult. Look how many people are around Veswa. He's got Xanthro, the enemy Gambit. He's in front of Kendric's shield, so Kendric can't block it. Luca, he's just completely surrounded. So in this brawl situation, it's another good time to Gambit ult is when there's just chaos around you. If you're not playing a pro team, you're definitely getting at least 2 or 3 here, and Veswa does manage to get Xantho with his strange ult, and they kill him. So from there, TLC will win the fight. Veswa kills Jitward on the cat. And then this is a common strategy that pros will do. Veswa's going to actually keep Luca alive here on the Hulk and attempt to stagger him. And this just allows, look at where Yeah We Lost is all spawned from any deaths that they've occurred during that fight, but Luca just went down on Hulk, and they've all gathered. They're about to push back, but they have to wait on Luca to spawn back before, and that will get TLC at least 5 or 6% more than they would have if they had just killed him immediately. Alright, so next fight here, Veswa's going to do something that's pretty smart. He's just going to play cover. He's just going to go in and out of this wall here. And, he could stand, like, right here. Or, and still be in full view of both of his healers. But he might get walked on or kind of caught out. And or his shield might get fried. So what he's going to do is just going to play cover. That's usually the smart thing to do, and he's just going to weave in and out of cover. So, and then he's going to see that YWL is going to flank, go around the back, and so he's going to calm to his team that, hey, they're coming around the back. So his entire team, including himself, is going to take high ground to be ready for that. It's one thing, especially on this map, that will allow you to kind of receive any kind of attacking from while you have the point, is taking high ground, and then you once you get a pick or are in an advantageous position, you can get off high ground and engage. Veswa's going to also demonstrate some really common strange tech, is using the whip. Again, that's another animation cancel. It gives you dark matter charge. Right here, he does it. For every person you get with the whip, gives you 10 dark matter charge. Very useful to always be doing that for anybody close. And then TLC take the point here. They don't get a touch. So Kendric is both teams are going to strange portal again. Kendric's going to demonstrate why YWL is kind of the weirdo team of Americas, and he's going to do a bit of an off-the-wall strange portal. He's going to go all the way and portal in front of Veswa, and they're going to cancel his strange portal. I'm not sure if I would recommend doing that in your ranked games, but just a demonstration of how off-the-wall YWL plays. I think one thing they might have been trying to do is trying to portal after Veswa portals so they could cut their team in half. Alright, so this is the next fight. TLC have captured point, and they managed to catch Veswa out on a bit of a positioning mistake, and they're going to kind of run over, and Kendric's going to kill Nero in his ult. And one thing I want to point out here is that Kendric was able to see that Nero was not full health before he ulted. He's at, 20, barely 10%. But even if he wasn't, maybe if he was at half, I would still recommend ripping your Dark Magic if you're a Strange player in this situation, because strategist ults aren't like autofill your health. They take, just a little bit of time. And so if they're a strategist at half health and you're at, 50, 60 Dark Magic here, like Kendric is, just let it rip. It doesn't matter if you don't kill her. You're probably going to win the fight. You've already got a pick. So just doing it might be able to allow you to more quickly win the fight. And then from here, YWL just win the fight. Alright, so a little bit later in the match, TLC have managed to get the point again, and what I want to examine here is just kind of Veswa holding on to his ult. I mean, he could do it here, but look at where they are. I mean, they are in basically YWL spawn, and they're Gambit ulting. So, and they've already gotten a pick. So it's not exactly necessary for Veswa to ult here. It'd be kind of a waste. And it just shows good discipline with Strange Ult, because Strange Ult's very powerful. It has a lot of stopping power, so you want to be at least saving that for a good time. He continues to hold on to it, basically until the end of the match. I think at this point he's thinking if they get, if they start really hammering towards the point, or he's going to save the ult for, the fight if they touch. He'll let it rip to kind of stop them from touching. They do manage to touch, but here they don't get another touch before time runs out. And if he, even though he did it at the end of time, it still was a good idea to ult here because he could stop the White Fox from touching point. But that's all I wanted to point out. Hopefully you learned something here, and I will see you in the next one.